Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Talk Sara English, where we explore real English the way people actually speak it in everyday life.
We're really happy you're here with us. Whether you're studying seriously or just listening while doing something else, you're training your ears and your brain at the same time.
And that's powerful. Even relaxed listening builds fluency slowly.
Exactly. And today we're talking about something that looks very small, but creates a lot of confusion once you try to use it naturally.
Yes, today's topic is used to.
Two tiny words,
Very tiny.
but they carry a lot of meaning.
And a lot of emotion, actually.
That's true. Many learners say, "Oh yes, I know used to," but then in conversation, they pause, and something feels unclear.
Or they mix it with something else.
Or they say the verb wrong after it.
Yes, we'll talk about that gently.
Very gently, no grammar panic today.
No panic allowed here.
So let's start with meaning first, always meaning first.
Mike, when you hear this sentence, I used to wake up at 5 a.m., what feeling do you get?
I imagine someone remembering an older version of themselves.
I love that description.
It feels reflective, almost nostalgic,
Yes, that's the key word, reflective.
because used to is not just past tense.
Exactly, it's past with contrast.
Contrast with now.
So if I say, I used to wake up at 5 a.m., what are we automatically understanding?
That you don't wake up at 5 a.m. anymore.
Right, that contrast is silent but very clear.
And this is where learners sometimes misunderstand it. They think it simply means past action.
But if I say, I woke up at 5 a.m., that could be yesterday.
One time.
Or last Monday.
There's no necessary contrast.
Exactly. But I used to wake up at 5 a.m. tells us it was repeated.
A habit.
A routine.
Something normal in your life back then.
And something that changed.
Change is the heart of this structure.
Let's try another example. I used to live near the beach.
Immediately, that sounds like a memory.
And we automatically assume you don't live there now.
Unless you're telling a very strange story.
Yes, like I used to live near the beach and I still do. That sounds confusing.
Exactly, because used to creates expectation of change.
So we can say it clearly like this. Used to describes past habits or past situations that are no longer true.
That no longer true part is extremely important.
Now let's look at structure, but slowly.
Yes, slowly, no stress.
The structure is used to plus base verb.
Base verb, not past verb.
So we say I used to play, not I used to played.
That mistake is very common.
Especially when someone is nervous while speaking.
Because your brain thinks past structure, so past verb.
But after used to, the verb goes back to its base form.
Used to go.
Used to eat.
Used to study.
Used to be.
I used to be shy. That one is very common.
Yes, and very emotional.
It shows personality change.
Good point. Used to works with actions and states.
Not just actions.
For example, I used to believe that.
Or, I used to hate vegetables.
Many children feel the same way.
And adults too.
Now, here's something important for listening skills.
Yes.
In natural spoken English, native speakers rarely pronounce used to clearly.
True. It often sounds like usta.
Or usta.
So if someone says, I used to live there, that's I used to live there.
And if learners don't know that, they might think it's a different word.
Listening confusion begins there.
So today, when you hear that soft usta sound, your brain should automatically connect it to this structure.
That's how awareness grows.
Let's compare two sentences again, because comparison helps clarity.
Okay?
I worked in a bank.
Just a fact about the past.
I used to work in a bank.
That sounds more reflective, like part of a story.
It feels longer, even though it's only 2 extra words.
Because it carries emotion.
Exactly.
And in storytelling, especially about childhood, used to appears everywhere.
For example, when I was a kid, I used to play outside until sunset.
That already feels nostalgic.
It almost creates a picture in your mind.
And notice something else. We often combine used to with time markers,
Yes, like when I was younger or in high school.
or back then.
Those phrases support the reflective feeling.
Now let's address something subtle.
Go ahead.
Sometimes learners overuse used to,
Yes, they try to put it in every past sentence.
but not every past sentence needs contrast.
Exactly. If there's no change, don't force it.
For example, I used to eat dinner yesterday,
That doesn't work.
because yesterday is just one time.
Not a repeated past habit.
So used to loves repetition.
And loves change.
That's its personality.
I like that idea, grammar having personality.
It helps remember it.
Now, before we go deeper, let's slowly move into something that confuses almost every intermediate learner.
Yes, the moment when used to meets be used to,
That's where brains start to mix signals.
because they look similar.
But the meaning is completely different.
And if you mix them, your sentence changes meaning in a big way.
All right, let's dive into some everyday situations to see used to in action. That's always the best way to really understand it.
Yes, because grammar becomes meaningful only when it connects to your life.
Exactly. Let's start with work. Imagine someone asks you, what did your first job look like?
That question almost automatically invites used to.
Right. You might say, I used to work at a small cafe near my house.
And immediately we understand two things. First, it was your routine back then. Second, it's not your job anymore.
Perfect. Now compare that with, I worked at a small cafe.
That's just information.
It's shorter, yes, but less personal.
Used to adds reflection, storytelling, emotion.
And reflection makes conversations richer.
Let's try another example. I used to take the bus to school.
And now?
I walk.
Exactly. The contrast is clear.
Or consider hobbies. I used to play football every weekend.
And now maybe you don't.
Yes, now I don't have time.
See how used to naturally signals that change?
And that's why it's so common in conversations, especially when people talk about childhood or college.
Or habits they've left behind. I used to drink coffee every morning.
And now maybe it's tea or nothing at all.
Yes, and notice the rhythm of speech here. Learners often say, I drink coffee, and try to make it past tense.
I drunk coffee?
Yes, exactly. But used to fixes that naturally. I used to drink coffee.
And that sounds much more fluent.
Now, let's move into family situations. Imagine your mom asks, did you help your brother with homework?
A normal question,
You could say, I used to help him with his homework.
meaning you don't do it anymore.
Exactly, and it softens the explanation.
And it shows consistency in the past. You didn't help just one time.
Yes, it's a repeated past habit.
Now, let's talk about negative forms, because that's another tricky area.
Right, I didn't used to.
Important, notice we say use, not used, after didn't.
For example, I didn't used to like vegetables.
And now?
Maybe I love them.
That contrast is what makes used to so expressive.
Exactly, and questions follow the same logic.
Did you used to play football?
Again, base verb, not past verb.
Many learners forget that, and it confuses listeners.
Yes, pronunciation matters too. In fast speech, used to often sounds like used to or used to.
So, did you used to play football is completely normal in spoken English.
And that's why listening practice is essential.
Absolutely. You can know it perfectly on paper, but still miss it in real conversations.
Now, let's explore a common mistake. Some learners use used to for single events.
Yes, like, I used to eat dinner yesterday.
That doesn't work.
Because used to describes repeated actions or past situations, not one-time events.
Right, and learners often mix it with would as well.
Oh, yes, I would eat dinner every night versus I used to eat dinner every night.
Both talk about repeated past habits, but used to works for both actions and states, while would is usually for actions only.
So you can say, I used to be shy, but you cannot say, I would be shy.
Yes, exactly. That's a very common confusion.
And understanding that difference is key for B1 and B2 learners.
Now, let's connect this to emotions. Many learners forget that used to can carry feelings.
For example, I used to love Saturdays.
Instantly, there's nostalgia, even if you just mean routine.
Or, I used to worry a lot.
That expresses reflection, not just fact.
Right, it's past habits and states, but also your attitude toward them.
Let's do a few more real-life examples. Imagine health routines.
Okay.
I used to exercise every morning, but now I only do it on weekends.
Perfect. That shows change in habit clearly.
Or studying habits. I used to read English books every day when I was in school.
And now?
I still read, but less often.
Again, contrast. That's what makes used to sound natural in stories.
Let's take social life. I used to meet my friends every Friday evening.
And now?
Maybe I'm busier or live further away.
And this is exactly how native speakers reflect on the past.
Yes, it's storytelling grammar.
Now, just one more thing before we move on to be used to and get used to.
Which is the next step, yes.
Used to always signals repeated past habits or past states that changed.
And when you pair it with real-life situations like work, family, hobbies, health, social life,
You can hear it everywhere.
and that's why it's such a powerful tool for speaking naturally.
All right, next we're going to explore be used to and get used to, and how they are completely different from used to.
All right, now we're moving into the next step, be used to and get used to.
And this is where many learners get confused.
Yes, because they sound similar to used to, but the meaning is completely different.
Let's start with be used to.
Be used to means that something is familiar, comfortable, or normal for you.
Exactly. For example, I am used to waking up early.
That means waking up early is normal for me now.
Right. It doesn't talk about the past anymore, unlike used to.
And notice the structure, be plus used to plus noun or verb in ing form.
Important, not base verb. I am used to wake up early is wrong.
Correct, it has to be I am used to waking up early.
And in negative form, you can say, I am not used to waking up early.
Or as a question, are you used to waking up early?
That one confuses a lot of learners.
Yes, because the ing form is different from the base verb we saw with used to.
Now let's move on to get used to.
This one shows the process, the change over time.
For example, I am getting used to waking up early.
That means it's becoming normal for me, but it's not fully comfortable yet.
Exactly. You're in the middle of the process.
And again, get used to plus noun or verb in ing.
So, I am getting used to working from home.
That's very common these days.
Now, let's compare all three side by side because that really helps.
Good idea. First, I used to wake up at 5 a.m.
Past habit or state that changed.
Second, I am used to waking up at 5 a.m.
It's normal for me now. Present comfort.
Third, I am getting used to waking up at 5 a.m.
Still adjusting. Not fully comfortable yet.
That side-by-side comparison really clears up confusion.
And it helps learners understand why they can't just swap used to with be used to.
Yes, one is about the past, one is about the present, and one is about the process of adjusting.
Now let's put these in real-life scenarios.
Good idea. Imagine your first week at a new job.
You might say, I am getting used to the schedule.
Then, after a few months, I am used to the schedule.
And you could reflect later, I used to struggle with waking up early, but now I am used to it.
Perfect example, shows all three naturally in one story.
Now let's try some family situations.
Okay, imagine your sibling always played loud music in the past.
You might say, I used to get annoyed when my brother played music.
And now?
I am used to it.
Or if you just moved in together, I am getting used to it.
Exactly. Simple, real, and human.
Let's also look at hobbies.
Good one.
I used to swim every morning. Past habit.
I am used to swimming every morning. Present comfort.
I am getting used to swimming every morning, adjusting still.
And that makes learners sound natural when they talk about routines or changes.
Absolutely. And these differences are not just grammar, they're about meaning, feeling, and clarity.
And politeness, too. You can explain things gently.
Right. For example, I'm getting used to working with a new team sounds honest and reflective, not complaining.
Exactly. And it makes conversation smoother.
Now, let's do some quick corrections that learners often need.
Sure. First mistake, I used to be used to waking up early.
That's redundant.
Instead, you pick one. I used to wake up early, or I am used to waking up early.
Second mistake, I get used to wake up early.
Must be I am getting used to waking up early.
Third mistake, I used to getting used to.
That one's very funny. No, you cannot mix past used to with getting used to.
Yes, keep them separate in meaning and time.
Let's wrap this into a conversation example.
Imagine two friends talking about exercise.
Friend 1, I can't wake up early yet.
Friend 2, you'll get used to it. I'm getting used to it myself.
Friend 1, really? I used to sleep until noon in college.
Perfect. Realistic, natural, and shows all three uses.
Now, one more example for work routines.
I used to work late every night. Past.
I am getting used to working late now. Adjustment.
I am used to working late now. Present comfort.
And that shows the full progression.
So, friends, today we've learned used to, be used to, and get used to, how they're structured, how they feel, and how to use them naturally in stories and conversation.
And remember, noticing these in movies, books, or daily speech helps a lot.
Don't rush, just listen, repeat, and practice.
And don't worry about mistakes. Small mistakes are part of learning.
Yes, the goal is to communicate clearly, naturally, and confidently.
Exactly. And with used to, you can talk about the past, reflect on changes, and show emotion.
With be used to and get used to, you can describe comfort and adjustment in the present.
Together, these three structures give you a lot of flexibility.
And that's what makes your English feel fluent and real.
Thank you for staying with us today.
Keep practicing. Listen for used to, be used to, and get used to in your daily life.
And try making your own sentences with them.
That's it for today's episode of Talk Sara English.
See you next time.
Bye-bye. Take care.